Hello, we're nerds. Happy Sunday. It is December the 8th. We are a full week into December, which is ouch for my goals for the month. But we are here with another write-in. We do these once a month when it's not NaNoWriMo, so hopefully we'll keep seeing you guys there. We've got some of you in the discussion section already talking about whether or not you're ready for a write-in this close to Nano. But we believe in you. Hopefully you will stick around or even just, hang out and encourage people and do housework or whatever you have to do.
Everybody seems excited, like they're all ready to write.
Yes, we're so glad you're all here. Let us know in the discussion section how Nano went for you, if you're still working on your Nano project or if you're working on something different. How did Nano go for you guys? How are you feeling? What are you working on, Kelly?
It went. I did win Nano, so that was really good. Although I'm sure I won it rebelliously. I'm not sure if all of it was on my main Nano project, but whatever. I'm calling it a win. Still kind of in recovery mode, definitely. But I'm still writing a little bit every day just to keep my For the Word streak going and stay in the story. Because I know if I put it down for December or taking a break or whatever, it'll take a really long time to pick it up again. So I'm still going.
Yeah, Rachel, how's school going?
It's going. I finished and handed in my essay, so that was great. My big final paper. I technically did not do Nano. I just used Nano for essay writing. So, but it's over now. It's handed in.
Aaron?
I was going to say, we don't talk about how Nano went.
In this household.
Great. I was nanoing rebelliously and I still didn't make it. But that's okay. I have more words than I would have if I hadn't tried to nano. So,
yes.
I now have a full edit letter back. So I'm going to be starting that, but I'm not starting it until tomorrow. So I'm excited to get a bunch more words in the last ditch effort of the story that I'm working on before I start edits tomorrow. So
nice. Yeah. I did win Nano, so that's exciting. And I probably still have around 15,000, maybe 20,000 words left in the draft. We'll see. So I might work on that some. I'm also really hoping to do another round of revisions on my last year and the year before that Nano project. So I'll probably mostly be doing that tonight. Congrats to people in the discussion section who both won Nano and who got more words than they would have otherwise. You are all incredible. So the way we usually do these is kind of the same as the Nano ones. We'll do 3 sprints. The first 2 are always 20 minutes. The last one is usually a little shorter because we've usually gone over time by that point and are starting to get tired. So we will start our first one at the 45. I'll share a prompt a little bit closer. And so we'll go from the 45 until 5 after the hour. Feel free to ask any reading, writing, bookish related questions in the discussion section, and we will try and answer them in between sprints.
It's great seeing people being so positive, even if they didn't finish Nano all in the comments. You guys make me feel good about myself anyways, even though I didn't win. You guys are awesome.
We've got some people talking about moving into revisions or second drafts, and I know Aaron and I are both gearing up for more revisions. Kelly is always writing all the things, so I assume you're going to be revising something soon. So I was wondering what y'all's best tips for starting revisions are.
Ooh, specifically on a Nano project, you mean, or just in general?
Whatever you are feeling.
Well, what I'm feeling right now is taking a moment, because I got my edit letter back and I have a habit of kind of freaking out a little bit because it's a lot at once and you just finished work on this, so it just feels like a lot coming at you at once. So I always read it and then I set it aside for a little bit. And that works for a beta reader too. If you get a whole bunch of feedback from a beta reader, read it and then sit on for a little bit and kind of just like mull it over a little bit. Or even if you're diving back into your own edits, just give yourself a little bit, you know, and don't stress over it. So that's my tip for right now.
Yeah, I think my getting started tip is not to put too much pressure on the second draft specifically. Like, don't go into it with like, okay, this is my character pass, this is my pacing pass. For the second draft, I really like to just like read it. If there's something I need to fix, I'll just fix it, and then I'll have a better sense of the story overall at the end, and then I can more easily structure the rest of my revisions. But the second draft is very much a free for all and feeling out what needs to be done.
Yeah, for sure. I think moving into a second draft for me, or any new passive revisions, I guess, is the first read through is always about diagnosis of like, okay, this is not where I want it to be. This is not where I want it to be. And once I know like what all the problems are or things that aren't sitting right with me right now, then I can take some time to really think about like, okay, how am I going to fix these problems? I know at the beginning it can be very easy to just be like, this is not what I wanted it to be. This is not good. But once I like really sit down and think about, okay, well, what specifically is not good other than just this is not it, it can make it a lot easier, more digestible moving forward. So we've got 2 minutes before our first sprint of the evening. And your first prompt, which I will type out and put in the discussion section, is going to be a public argument. 2 of your characters are arguing, and one cares that people are listening while the other doesn't.
I love that.
Amazing.
I spent way too much time today trying to come up with prompts, because after you come up with so many, it's like, are there any more?
That's a really good one.
Thanks. We had ATW 2006 was talking about their revisions and said, I retype my revisions because it makes me change more. Otherwise, I'm like, the paragraph is okay. But if I'm going to retype it anyway, I have no problem making changes, and the cutting hurts less too. That is smart.
Yeah.
Hello to everyone joining us in the discussion section. We are like 35 seconds away from our sprint. It will go until 5 after the hour. And yeah.
Gonna be
1 minute.
It's gonna be so good if we get to that point.
I feel like we should have been notified to wear Christmas sweaters, because I'm feeling like I really wish I had one right now.
Yes.
Cool thing, that sweater.
I will wear my ugly sweater next week for.
We should have an ugly sweater chat.
Yes, we should next week.
I will just wear this again. And it's time. We're going to write for 20 minutes, and we will check back in at 5 after the hour. And again, I will put all the prompt info in the discussion section. Good luck. time. I'm down here now. I pulled myself off of the main chat to try and figure out what's not working with my printer, and when I came back, it had me in a new spot. So, variety is the spice of life. How did that go for you guys?
Good. Had to do some like getting reacquainted with where I was, but that's usually how this goes.
Yeah.
I used this one for emails, so it wasn't. It's productive in other ways.
I wrote 248 words.
Yay. Yeah, so I got feedback from 3 beta readers on this book, and they all wrote me like little mini edit letters. I say they, like 2 out of the 3 are not here. But so I took all the feedback and put it into like one big edit letter. So I put all the related comments beside each other, and I really wanted to print that out. But my toddler this week decided it would be a good idea to stand on the flap that catches the paper.
Oh, no.
It is not connected to the printer anymore, and I thought that was the only problem, but now I'm starting to worry it's not.
Uh-oh.
So I guess during the next sprint we'll find out if the printer's broken or not.
He made some adjustments to your printer, did he?
Yeah. Tiny chaos, baby. We've got in the discussion section, Cassandra got 566, Caitlin 787, Bran 367, and Griswold 264, and Sarah 779. Good job, everyone.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, welcome. Let us know what you're working on. Emma is not feeling well, but she's with us in the discussion section and got another paragraph done on her research paper. So close to being done with the semester. Yeah.
The students all feel you.
Yeah. I was wondering, anyone who has been a student or is currently a student, if you guys had any tips for maximizing your writing during the off time between semesters.
I tell myself ahead of time because I find that, and it's a very big piece of advice. Like, oh, find the little times in here and here. Or, oh, take advantage of your lunch breaks at work and stuff. But like, I can't do that because I need to get in the zone. So I tell myself ahead of time, like, oh, you have a free day coming up on Friday, so that's going to be your writing day. And then like, I let myself get excited about it. And I'm like, in the morning, I'm going to make myself a coffee, and then I'm going to make sure my laptop's charged, or go to the other room, and I'm going to write, and then you like that kind of thing. So kind of like get yourself pumped and to do it ahead of time. I find that helps a lot.
Good idea.
And then you get more done because you're like so excited that like this day is coming up, and
yes,
you can finally read or write whatever you want.
Just like write it on the mirror. Today is writing day.
Yeah, put it in my calendar, and
That's awesome. Well, I guess we could move right into the next sprint in 2 minutes if people are feeling up for it.
Okay.
Sure, let's go wild.
So prompt number 2 for the evening, this next sprint is going to be 20 minutes, is a reversed deal. Take something your character sacrificed recently and have someone offer it back to them, but your character must do something for them in return. And again, I will put that in the discussion section.
These are some banging writing prompts. Like, ooh, great, Megan.
So yeah, that'll go start in 1 minute, and we will go until the 30. Let us know any reading, writing, bookish related questions or things you want us to discuss in the discussion section, and we will talk about those things after this sprint. And if you asked a question and we missed it, please feel free to re-ask it. We are not ignoring it. Sometimes they just get lost in the chat. And yeah, here's hoping that the next sprint goes better.
I hope your printer works.
Yes. Some of you guys did so well.
I'm actually going to turn on my laptop this time, so that should help.
Always helpful to have the computer on.
A general rule of thumb.
Yes. All right. With that, hopefully all of your computers are on because it is time. I will put the prompt and everything in the discussion section, and check-in is at the 30. Good luck. And time. How did that go for everyone?
Good. Feel like that went better.
Yeah, same. 400 words this time. Yay.
Nice.
Ooh.
About the same for me.
It printed.
Yay!
Great success for everyone.
Yes. And I am like 30 pages in, going through the inline comments now to match them up at all, or if I need to with my big picture notes. So,
Nice.
okay. I don't know if that sentence made any sense. I'm working on revisions.
Oops.
So if you are just joining us, welcome. Let us know if you've been here how that last sprint went. We will be doing one more sprint of the evening, probably like a 15-minute sprint. Yeah? Does that sound
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll be doing one more 15-minute sprint in a little bit. Let's see. If I've missed your question, please feel free to re-ask it. It's also fine if you have not asked any questions. I have some more discussion topics. Give us a few-minute break before we jump into the last sprint. Maybe we'll jump in at like the 4 minutes from now.
Sounds good.
That works.
9 minutes.
I did actually write an argument this time, so your prompt worked out well.
Yay! In the discussion section, we've got Bran got 344, Headphone Books got 18 and is revising. Caitlin switched over and started working on plotting their new project or next project. Sunai got 282, Sarah 755, Angel Girl 145. And Griswold got 356 and said that prompt definitely inspired a new character and possibly a new subplot. So hooray! Now I get to revisit my outline. Misty Kate said, I wish the new Nano site had brought back word count alternatives like tracking hours and minutes or pages that Camp Nano was using. That would be awesome.
I like hour tracking for sure.
Yeah, my guess is that that's something that they're gonna reintroduce, but that they have a lot on their plates with some of the other stuff, and that they're gonna do that stuff first, and then hopefully
fixing some of the bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Get to the other stuff.
Yeah. Has anyone tried the like the monthly goals on Nano?
No.
Or is it? I'm giving it a few months to be sure it's all sorted, but I'm very excited for it.
Huh. So you'd be able to put in like monthly word count type thing? Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so you could set like you set goals for Camp Nano, but for like any month of the year.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if I love Nano's layout, if they did like weekly/monthly word counts all year round, I'd definitely use it.
Yeah, me too. Brand says Nano did put that option into the evolution for people who want it back. So hopefully, I haven't personally explored it yet. So. I had another question for you guys. Oh, actually, we have 1 minute. I'll save that last question for the end. We're about to start our last sprint of the evening. It's going to go for 15 minutes. And the prompt for that is overnight success. In this scene, a side character gets something your main character desperately wants with doing seemingly no work to get it.
You should write books.
And yeah, so we're going to start that in 1 minute. And if I have mathed correctly, we will be checking back in at the 50. And we can finish it. Any last minute discussions? And hopefully everyone's having a productive night. If you've asked a question, we will answer it after this sprint because it is time. So let's do this thing. Yay! Good luck. Good time.
Good timing. Just crossed 1,000 words for the night.
Nice.
Wow, good job, Kelly.
Ugh.
Hand cramps.
Brain cramps.
That's fair.
It's one of those nights where I think I need more than 20-minute bursts to sit down. Because I keep being like, oh, I just got into it. And then we stop.
I feel this every time I do a sprint.
Yeah. We had some clarification in the discussion section about the nano option thingies. Bran was saying it's in the evaluation. So if you go and take the survey that Nano is asking people to take, you can say that you want the like hourly and page number features back. So definitely do that if that is something you're interested in. And even if it's not, it's a great chance to have your voice heard with regards to what Nano is moving forward. Let us know how you did in the discussion section. We had a question from Nikki before we started this last sprint. How do you create your character profiles?
I don't actually use character profiles. I just sort of write and discover who my characters are in the first draft. Not with anyone else.
Yeah, I kind of build them as I'm writing. Like I'll have a document to throw details if I catch myself putting something new. So that way I can like try to keep it for consistency, but it's not something I typically build beforehand.
Same, yeah. Does anyone actually write them out beforehand? Megan or
I
Rachel?
do a little bit. I don't do like full profiles, but I do try to know. I write down what they want, what they fear, how far they're willing to go to get the thing they want. And then if I'm like heavier plotting rather than pantsing, I will do that for my side characters as well and see, how do I phrase this? I got it from the Anatomy of Story by John Truby, Truby. But it's this idea of creating opposition for your main character. So for every side character that I make, even if they're a friend, I try and write down like what their views or how their wants or fears kind of oppose something that the main character believes. So it creates quite a problem in revisions because then I have to decide, what everyone actually looks like. But I find it helps a lot for making sure the character and the plot are more well matched up.
I think like as a plotter, by default, some of these character things I know about because I usually know what's going to happen to my character. I know how she's going to react to it and how those choices drive the story narrative. So I do know some things ahead of time. I just don't have it written down in a profile. And then things like hair color, eye color, I don't really even know. And it's not even consistent until after and I'm fixing things because I don't have a lot of mirror descriptions or descriptions in general at all until I go in and flesh out things.
Yeah, I'm closer to Erin than I am to Megan.
It's interesting to see how everyone does.
What was that?
To see how other authors build their characters.
Yeah.
Well, I find if I go for those long character sheets, I'll just write character sheets until the end of time and not actually use them. And then half the time when I do, I'll start writing it anyways, and then it'll get completely off track. And then I'm like, well, I can't use these anymore. So I'm just like, I have like super basics, and I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out as I go along.
I found that with some of the world building stuff that I've tried to use, like the sheets that you fill out. I can't remember where it is, but I really, really enjoyed filling out the sheets that were like, what's your city like? What's the culture like? What are their traditions? What are their holidays? And I found that really, really fun and really informative, but I also spent so much time writing it all down that I could have just done that forever and not have actually ever started the story.
Yeah, for me, if I try and do any of those lists that are really extensive, I end up like getting overwhelmed and just feeling like, oh, I don't even know this person. What's the point? And I just like throw it aside. Like, if I can't name their favorite ice cream flavor, why would I even write a book? And so I try and like pare it down to only the necessities.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like as you're going, like at least for me, as I'm writing, I'm discovering a lot about the characters in the world.
Yeah. So we've got, and Griswold got 305 in that last sprint, Brandi 201, Cassandra 537, Sunai 341. Emma finished her paper and now gets to play Switch games. Work in progress. Sarah got 576. So yeah, way to go, guys. Ali said regarding character sheets, I pretend I'm interviewing them and ask my characters random questions. I even set out an empty chair so I can pretend my characters are sitting in front of me. It almost feels like they're there. That is very cool.
That's very fun.
Have you seen Kira Cass's interview with her character? That's what it reminded me
I
of.
love that so much.
It's so good.
Yes. If you haven't seen, Kira Cass has a YouTube channel that she used to upload to a lot. And so there's a lot of like fun character things for her selection series on there. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, she does some really funny character interviews where she's the interviewer and the characters. It's very amazing.
Yes. And yeah, excuse me. On that note, it is getting pretty late over here on the east coast of North America. So we will probably call it for the night. Next week, it is our last live chat before we go on a little winter hiatus. Let me double check my calendar. So we'll be here on the 15th with a kind of end of year party, wrap up the things we read, how writing went, all that jazz. You can come. We'll talk about pretty much anything reading or writing related that you want to talk about as well. And then we are coming back. Is it January 5th or the 12th?
Whatever is 3 weeks.
Yeah, 1, 2. Math is hard, guys. The 5th. We'll be back on the 5th, probably with a start of year goal setting party. So, but yeah, we'll have videos on Tuesday and Thursday. Please subscribe if you haven't. We do write-ins once a month, and we talk about all kinds of writing and bookish related things on all the other weeks too. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Come ready to share your faves and least faves of the year. And yeah, we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.